Hey, miss, ma'am. Sorry, I just had to I had to ask.
I got a man.
You got a man?
Yeah.
That's too bad. You don't want two? Listen, let me know you ever want two. I ain't mean no disrespect.
No,
I just.
about the choke.
You said what?
I ain't never heard that one before.
You ain't never heard that one before?
Oh my God.
That's all good. Listen, I don't force my hand. I just I had to say hello. Are these your friends here? In the back? Oh, okay.
No.
Well.
No.
All right, well, I'll get out your hair. It's nice to meet you.
Ghosting is for cowards. Ghosting is for getting ghosted. Oh, I like to get ghosted so I don't have to face my coward. Oh, I like to ghost because I don't want to have to explain stuff. Coward, stop the game. Everybody needs to grow up. You can't change. You can't become a better person. And you can't really find happiness unless you're willing to face the stuff you do wrong. And unless you're willing, if you're the one doing, the ghosting, you also got to be able to express yourself. It's part of being an adult to say, this didn't work out because. What kind of grown up just disappears? I mean, are we 11?
Where are all the single people that enjoy being single? Because I'm done with people looking at me like I have 10 heads when I say that I'm content being single at 29 years old instead of feeling like I'm on some timeline rushing into something that doesn't serve me right now. Where the fuck are those people at? Want to be friends?
A lot of these modern women are going to have to understand that you're going to have to start taking some sort of accountability and facing some sort of consequence for your actions, right? A lot of these modern women get out here and they want to cut up, they want to act crazy, they want to do their thing, want to act silly. But then when the consequences come around, which by the way, whenever that happens, a man in a lot of these situations has to be accountable for the things that he's doing. But a woman, you hear from her, I'm just a girl. I didn't even know. I thought that, this would, I don't know what happened. But can you fix it as the man? No, I'm not going to continue to fix your problems. At some point in time, this is what men are looking for. At some point in time, I want you to see the error of your ways. Nobody is perfect. That much is true. But I want you to stop behaving in this pattern consistently, where you continue to put me in a bad spot. And I got to deal with your consequences because you were acting stupid. I'm not trying to disrespect you, but you went out there and ran your mouth. And now you want me to fight this guy. This guy's 6'3", 250. Hey, you want me to go over there and get knocked out, get knocked over a bar, get knocked into an alcohol shelf or something like that. You want me to go out, man? Come on.
This is the song you play if you're feeling hopeless with the state of men. Dearly beloved, we are all gathered to mourn the loss of decency and bare minimum effort. It had a good run, and now it's over. We carry our own baggage and we cry on our own shoulders. Here lies commitment and communication. Pour one out and say goodbye, 'cause it's too gone for saving.
When they can't respect your boundaries, they gotta respect your goodbye. It is unacceptable. And at some point, you got to be strong enough to say, you know what? I value me more than I value we. And it's obvious that you don't value we. You keep breaking the boundaries. Somebody that's constantly committing adultery on their spouse, they don't respect boundaries. So that could lead to a necessary ending. Unfortunately, we enable bad behavior. We enable it because we let them break the boundary 100 times before we do anything about it.
And a lot of times you'll see dudes perform old school stuff, traditional stuff, chivalrous acts, being generous, being a gentleman, the whole 9 yards, right? But I think a lot of times they don't get the respect back. There's nothing that comes back. Not a thank you, not a tap on the shoulder, not a smile, not a chuckle. A lot of these modern women don't even glance in your direction. They're not even looking in your direction, man. They just walking through the door, just waltz through the door, just walk in front of you, man. Hey, modern women don't treat men as human beings. They treat a dog as more of a human being than a man. They treat a cat. They treat a rat, bars, as more of a human being than a man. They treat that man like dirt. You're less than dirt. You're not even an object. I don't even see you. And this is what meant, man. You know those automatic doors that just you walk up to it and it just opens, or a button you just push. You know, if you're handicapped, I know a lot of people they're not handicapped and they use it anyway. You push the button, the handicap, the door opens, right? For assistance. That's what modern women think that men are. They think that men are technology, just an automatic thing that's supposed to be there. They really feel like a man is supposed to act like that. I don't have to acknowledge you. You're just there. You're just an object.
What is the problem with brothers speaking to black women? They turn their heads so quickly as to think that like every black woman is desperate.
A few moments later.
I am so sorry that that's your experience, and I'm glad that you all are responding and commenting, because I'm very ignorant to why this happens.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
Welcome to the Gentleman's Guide to Modern Chivalry. Because the bar is now so low, you can trip over it in flip-flops. Step 1, hold the door. Not just for the person behind you, but for the entire British population. Yes, you'll be stood there like a concierge, but it's polite. Step 2, stand up when someone elderly leaves the table. They've survived dial-up internet, fax machines and Thatcher. The least you can do is not sit there, shoveling crisps like an animal. Step 3, let others order first. You're not in a race, Taryn. Your chicken tikka masala will survive. This isn't the Hunger Games. And step 4, don't mistake silence for a gap in the market. You don't need to share your thoughts on cold plunges. Elon Musk or your ex. Just nod, sip your pint, be mysterious, or at least quiet. Chivalry is not hard. Just don't be a prat.
And you know, I think, you say we don't call modern women losers enough. When you're messing around, that's true. That's true, and it's not the person that is a loser, but sometimes people do have loser behavior, right? And a lot of times men, they'll allow things just because they don't want to be the bad guy, right? They don't want to cause any waves, or, man, I understand how people look at me. And some of these guys, we talk about guys that are 6 foot, 6-pack and stuff like that. We talk about these types of guys, right? But some of these tall guys, some of these bigger guys, right? They try to go out of their way to be even nicer to these modern women. It's like, man, I know how I'm seen in the world. I know I'm big. I can be intimidating, even though I'm the nicest guy in the world. I can be intimidating. Modern women, for some reason, they'll take that, because modern women never stop. They keep on doing whatever they want to do. They'll take that kindness for weakness and continue to disrespect you, continue to talk to you sideways. And I told him off and this and that. And the guy be like, I just came over here to get a candy bar. You know what I mean? Why are you standing so close to me? Oh, my bad, I didn't know. I had people standing back behind me, just in the line to get gas. Well, I just had people standing behind me, so I just kind of try to scoot up because, I saw the line out the door. So, yeah, but you don't get up. Modern women have bad attitudes, and men sit up here and allow modern women to act crazy with them, to act a fool with them, when honestly and truly, in a respectful manner, they need to start calling out that bad behavior and say, I don't know what you got going on, but you don't need to be talking to me like that. I don't know if you got kids in the car that you talk to like that, or maybe you talk to your dog like that, but you don't have a problem with me. Period.
अगर कोई लड़का ना आपके टेक्स्ट को इग्नोर करे तो ये बिल्कुल मत करो. पूरा दिन हो गया, कोई मैसेज का रिप्लाई नहीं, क्यों नहीं कर रहा है, अपने मन को ही सांत्वना देना कि अच्छा बिजी होगा इसलिए नहीं कर रहा है, या फंस गया होगा, या मैसेज नहीं देखा होगा। आपके दिमाग में आ रहा है कि मैंने तो कुछ गलत नहीं कर दिया, मैंने कुछ गलत तो नहीं लिख दिया, आप ये सोच रहे कहीं और तो उसके लाइफ में नहीं आ गया, और यही आप सबसे ज्यादा गलत कर रही हैं। अगर कोई आपके मैसेज, टेक्स्ट, कॉल का रिप्लाई नहीं कर रहा है ना, इसका मतलब वो आपसे बात नहीं करना चाहता। इसका क्लियर मतलब है कि सामने वाले की लाइफ में ना आपकी कोई वैल्यू नहीं है, आप उसकी लाइफ में किसी प्रायोरिटी लिस्ट में हो ही नहीं। अगर इंसान किसी को प्रायोरिटी लिस्ट में रखता है, कोई किसी इंसान के लिए इंपॉर्टेंट होता है, तो वो उसके लिए समय निकाल लेता है। नोबडी इज इतना बिजी कि वो मैसेज नहीं देख रहा है, मैसेज इग्नोर हो जा रहे हैं। आप अपने मन को जो गलत सांत्वना दे रहे हो ना, ये बहुत गलत कर रही हो। नो रिप्लाई इज ऑल्सो a reply.
Like most women get married because they want financial security. Why else would I tie myself down to you, have your children, if you're not going to take care of us?
Because I love you, you love me. We can sleep in the bag outside. We love each other.
Oh my God.
That's why you get married, right?
No.
Okay. If he loves her, he's gonna grow with her and love her. The money.
Nobody cares about that. Nobody
that's
cares.
why the world
I'm
is messed
sorry.
up right now. Because these women think money is the end all be all.
If you had a daughter, you would not want her with a man who has nothing and just loves her.
I'm not gonna allow my daughter to marry a guy just because he got some money.
Yeah, because
and I don't know he really live. If he's undying love, he loved this, and I know that, right? Just like I know he got. So we're gonna put it on 2 scales. I know he got $100 million. I can see it. I know it, and I can see and know this man love my daughter with his heart, soul, do whatever for, good, bad, rich, poor. I'm gonna go with this side. What is money? They both go anyway.
I think the part that nobody wants to say out loud, or modern women don't really want to say out loud, is that, you know, their choices really do have consequences, right? And even though you're thinking that men are obligated to rescue you from those choices, the fact of the matter is they're not. A lot of these modern women go out here and they choose a stable guy last. They put him as, you know, last place, last position. Oh, I'll get to him later. And they go out there and choose a guy that they want to have fun with, right? You're choosing to delay commitment. You're going to want that stable guy to come up, that good guy, that good man to come up and be a provider for you a little bit later on. They say, I'll get to you down the road, 10, 15, 20 years down the road. And a man, an actual man that's like, he's got a backbone, he's going to say, no, you chose to ignore me. You chose to disrespect me. Well, how was I disrespecting you? I was always nice to you. I was always cordial with you. Right. But you and I, we had a lot of talks, and you knew what was up. You knew I liked you, and I know you like me. But you got to talking to your friends, and Dante or Draymond or Jack or John came into town, and you just couldn't take your eyes off him. You just couldn't leave him alone. And so you said, I'm go down the road, Tim. I'm gonna focus on these brothers right here. I'm gonna focus on this dude right here. Let that man sweep you off your feet and do a little bit more than sweep you off your feet. Turn you upside down, flip you out a window, all that other stuff. And then at the end of the day, you're like, oh, well, you know, I'm ready to sit down, ready to settle down, ready to find a seat somewhere, have a baby. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. That's when accountability and consequences going to hit you square in the face. You was out there playing around. And now you want Tim, the good guy, to come save you. Absolutely not.
If he leads properly, I will submit naturally. I will submit naturally.
It's not just scary, it's terrifying.
This is why it's more terrifying for our daughters if he's upset than our boys.
Absolutely. And it's one of the things men don't know about women is we've got ancestral memories that are been compounded by trauma TV, and in our instinctual reaction is if you're disgruntled, and frustration building, danger, raised voice. To us, you raise your voice, the next thing you do, you raise your hand. And we don't know how much you're protecting us all the time, even from your own frustration and anger. We don't know that you disarm yourself. We don't know that that's why you walk away, to settle down so you don't hurt anybody.
Yeah, that was something in your book, The Queen's Code, that you explained. You were explaining in the book something about why do men like throw something when they're angry, and we're just, how could you throw something? And you're
so immature.
And then you explained it in a way that they're disarming themselves from hurting someone, and then suddenly you see it as this beautiful protective, like how amazing that is of them, that it's instinctual.
Continually you have a lot of a lot of modern women asking, where are all the good men at? I want to see if there's any single men out there. Where do I go looking? Why are you guys not at singles events? Why are you guys not at coffee shops anymore? If men are not showing up, first of all, if a man's not showing up, that's feedback for you. A lot of people in general are not going to go into spaces. They're not going to walk into spaces where they don't feel welcome. Period, end of story. The only reason I will go into a space where I don't feel welcome is if I'm getting paid to do it, or if there's a reason that I have to be there. A lot of these modern women talk about men used to go to war. Well, I don't want to be at war. I don't want to be over here. I would rather be somewhere else. But because I have to make sure that I protect my family and my country, I'm over here in an uncomfortable situation, a deadly situation, actually. Extremely high risk situation. A lot of guys get up there on the power lines. A lot of guys going down in the coal mines. Here, you see those pictures of guys sitting on the top of buildings and stuff like that. And even now today, you see, people who wash windows way high up there, just going away, washing windows. They're up there because, it's good money. You get paid, right? Maybe not $1 million, but it's a job and I need it, and I need to provide for my family, or else I'm not going. So when you have a singles event or a dating mixer that does not look promising, and when I say promising, I mean it looks like you're about to try to trash me, I don't need to be here, so I'm not going.
I don't beg for love, attention, or respect. If it's not given freely, it's not real. I don't hold on to people who keep questioning my place in their life. Life is too short to convince someone I'm worth staying for. I want peace, not confusion. I believe in freedom and letting people choose what they truly want. If you stay, let it be because you see my heart, not my usefulness. I want to be valued, not tolerated. I deserve loyalty. That doesn't need reminders. Care. That doesn't need conditions. I'm not asking for perfection, just honesty. If your heart's not sure, don't pretend it is. My door is open, but not forever. You're free to leave and I'm free to let go. One thing about me, I'll never lose sleep over people who walked away because I only lose what wasn't meant to stay.
So I made about 200 approaches in the last 4 weeks on the street. And here's what I learned. First thing I learned is that absolutely nothing is real. As long as you have values that you're living through, people's opinions do not matter. You can literally do anything you want in your life, whether it's approaching a cute girl on the street, talking to a guy because you think he looks interesting, as long as you like yourself and you're proud of who you are. Because at the end of the day, people that reject you, those people are going to have their opinion. And the only reason that that would hurt is if you really didn't like yourself that much to begin with. So if you genuinely do the hard work, and I know it sounds weird to say that it's hard work to like yourself, but if you genuinely do the hard work to like yourself, then rejection literally has no impact on you. It says nothing about you. And yeah, if you get rejected a lot, maybe you want to get better at being more charismatic, being funnier, being wittier, but who you are as a person at your core doesn't need to change.
I think what modern women don't understand is that men are not really scared to approach. A lot of guys are just tired of being treated like they're the boogeyman, or they're like a monster or something like that. Y'all be treating men, it's kind of an old reference. Y'all be treating men like they're Casper the Friendly Ghost. Some of those cartoons where Casper would be coming in friendly as all get out. Hey, how you doing? oh, it's a ghost. And these folks, you know, they really played it up on the cartoons where they have people just running out and, you know, jumping in the sea and swimming away and stuff, silly stuff. Y'all act like men are ghosts. Y'all act like men are animals instead of human beings. Now, once again, I can understand if that man is actually making you uncomfortable. And when I say making you uncomfortable, I mean, oh, what's up, sexy? Ooh, you looking good. Now, I know there's some women that'll hear that from a good looking guy and they'll be like, oh, that's fine to say. How do we know that? Because that's what they said. If I find you attractive, then you can say that type of stuff to me. So it's not really, and then a man goes into his logic and says, so it's not really that I'm a creep, it's just that you don't want to hear it from me. That's got to be consistent. You got to be consistent with that. But a lot of modern women don't hold that, right? So men see this type of nonsense, and there's when the risk arises, because I don't know if you like me or not. It's the unknown. And I would rather not live in the unknown. I have no control over it. You think about the stock market. You think about, moving into a house. I can at least read the contract and say yay or nay. I can at least do my due diligence and research on the stock and say yay or nay. And that's what I'm doing with women. I'm looking at her. I'm reading what I can about you. I'm looking at your body language and your face, and I'm saying yay or nay. That's what it is. I'm saying yay or nay. Well, you didn't even really give me a chance. I didn't see much of a reason to give you a chance. I didn't see much of a reason to come up and talk to you. You really didn't give me one. Your financials, your trailing 12 months, your cash flow, to put it in financial terms, didn't really look all that great. Your key metrics don't look all that great. So I'm not coming over there. You got to start putting out, and it's more than looking good in a dress and putting on good makeup and fixing your hair. It's going to come down to your attitude. Period. End of story. It's going to come down to your attitude every single time.
It's real simple. If they wanted to, they would. If they wanted to, they would. So listen, there's plenty more fish in the sea. Don't be wasting your time on someone who's not interested. And they'll clearly show you when they're not interested. They might be perfectly nice, perfectly good. They might just want to be friends. That's cool. But you will know. If they wanted to be with you, they would be moving mountains to be with you. But they're not. And that's okay. It's perfectly fine. Just don't waste your time on it though. They know who you are. They've got your number. If they wanted to, they would. It's gonna be okay.
Happy birthday, baby. Stop, I don't play like that. I don't play like that. I'm down to just a joke. Come over here. You're gonna get jobbed and you're gonna get kicked. You know what? You're done. The audacity. I don't play like that. It's not funny to me. You're done. You're done. Bloop. And you're blocked. Classy. Block. We're not gonna do that. 0%. Just we're doing that. The audacity. Don't contact me again. And with that being said, bye. So my car door isn't gonna open itself, right? So you can't open your own door? You know you got two hands just like me, right? And it only takes one to open your door. Why are you trying to act special just because you're a woman? Open your door. Right, I do have two hands, and I'm gonna use both of my hands to block you. You're done. You're done. Boop. And you're blocked. Classy. Block. We're not gonna do that. 0%. Chance we're doing that, the audacity. Don't contact me again. And with that being said, bye. Wow, it's colder than I thought it would be. Chilly. Not me, I'm warm. I can't prepare. You should have checked the weather app. And then I'm not gonna give you my hoodie, because then I'm gonna be cold. Then what? So I don't know what to tell you. Wow, where's the chivalry? Where's the class? You're done. You're done. Boop. and you're blocked. We're not gonna do that. 0% chance we're doing that. The audacity. Don't contact me again. And with that being said, bye.
And you know, you also have to look at the one-sided effort and modern women not reciprocating, right? Because, you know, they'll say, well, where are the men at? Why can't I find a man to do X, Y, and Z? Or why is a man not talking to me? How come I can't find a man to do this, this, and this? I'm a provider, and all of the list of things that they always want. I can't find that. Well, actually, you can, because once again, the men are everywhere. You just don't notice them because you're looking for, honestly and truly, we probably don't call it this, but a genie is what you're looking for. You're looking for a man to come in and just wipe away all your problems. Okay, with my first wish, I want you to wipe away all my problems and put me in my soft girl era, and I don't want to have any problems ever again. That's actually 3 wishes. But modern women would probably argue a genie down and say, well, that's 1 wish because I said it all in one breath. No, the first wish would have been me wiping your slate clean. All the problems that you have, me wiping that. You want to be put into your soft girl era? That's another wish. And you saying, I want no problems ever again? That's a 3rd wish. So you've actually effectively used all your wishes. No, but because I said it, and like I said, they try to argue you down. That's what modern women do to men. And this is why men just end up opting out and they end up leaving. Because a modern woman will sit up there and argue a man down when a man be dead right about something. This woman is dead wrong. But because the way they see it and what their interpretation is, they'll continue living their life in that way, right? And that's how you have one-sided effort and no reciprocity. Because a modern woman will sit up there and argue, man, no, this is the bare minimum. I deserve this, 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 and this. And a man is like, that's not the bare minimum. I bought you a car. Well, that's what my man should be doing. I'm not your man, though. I'm not your man. Well, you know, that's something that you decided to do. Right, because I wanted to show you that I really liked you. Well, you know, nobody asked you to do that. Regardless if anybody asked me to do it, I still did it. I bought you the car, and you're not showing any signs of being grateful. And so when I pull back and say, okay, you know what, you can have the car. Or you know what, I pay for your nails. Whatever. Take your little nails and go on about my business. About your business. Modern women, they don't realize they actually messed up a good opportunity. And if a man has paid for your car or paid your rent or paid any type of bill for you, and that's actually a genuine man, you just messed up your bag because of your bad attitude. That's why a lot of men opt out, because I know I know my effort is not going to be rewarded. I know she really don't like me, and all of the stuff that I'm doing for her is not going to be reciprocated at all.
Let me put y'all on game real quick. You cannot use somebody that genuinely loved you. Like, you can't do it. Because if somebody genuinely care about you, everything they doing is from like the kindness of their heart, the bottom of their heart. They don't give a about nothing you got going on. They doing it just simply because they love you. So when you try to use, you really just hurting yourself. You're not hurting that person, because chances are if they got it, they giving it to you. It's not like you taking from them. They want to give it to you. But where you up at is you trying to overdo it. And one day you gonna look back and that's not gonna be there no more. That person ain't gonna love you the same. I'm a firm believer of you can't unlove anybody. Once you love somebody, you love them. But love can look different. So once you start like and using that love gonna start looking real different. It's gonna be that I love you, but I'm gonna love you from a distance. It's not gonna be that I love you and I got your back through whatever. That's the difference. You feel me? You can't use somebody who can love you. They love you. They doing that simply because they love you.
Got the music in you, baby, tell me what. Got the music in you, baby, tell me what. You've been wanting me forever and you just can't say goodbye. Kisses in the forests of the lovers.
Hi, my family. This is how men are creepy. Men become creepy when they cannot read a woman and how she feels. When they lack the emotional intelligence to know when a woman is not interested. Because women are less vocal, they are more about the vibes. You can't exactly blame men though, because a lot of them are told to chase women, to apply pressure, so they end up ignoring disinterest. A man should show interest, but never chase. To not be creepy, show interest, and if there are negative vibes, a lack of interest, no reciprocation, hostility, then let her be and move on. Because it shows that you understand she feels uncomfortable. It is about emotional safety. Feeling safe being around or next to a man. Feeling safe interacting with him and trusting him. I always try to be friendly at first, but I look like a fuckboy, so a lot of them get uptight. So I let them be and ignore them. I go away and give my energy to the people that are friendly back. Most of the time they end up softening and feeling safe in my presence. I show them that I am emotionally safe to be around. A lot of my friends would always try to make me chase women and be like, why didn't you talk to her more? She's so pretty. But over time I realized they just lacked emotional intelligence. Because I realized when I stayed present, warm and inviting, they would feel safer opening up to me. I've never done this out of manipulation. I simply follow the rule of putting my energy where it is reciprocated. Because that is real emotional intelligence. Being able to read the room and know where your energy is welcomed. Watch my YouTube for more one-on-one calls in the bio, drizzle.
Into the reasoning behind these men not going and speaking to women. And I believe the list was scared of rejection, scared of like an HR response or being reported or Me Too'd in some way, shape, or form, not being successful, and just not feeling the need to walk up to women anymore was also one of the many answers that men gave on the list of reasons why they no longer approach women. So it's interesting.
I actually love that. I want you to let me know in the comments down below if you have a reason. Why is the reason you are not approaching women?
Most women will sit up here and say, you know, why are men not approaching us anymore? What have we done? What can we do to get a man to approach us? Well, you know, you can see if you can limit the risk of embarrassment. You can see if you can limit the risk of him being called a creep, him talking about, oh, you're harassing, or you talking about him harassing you, the backlash that he might receive. A lot of modern women, with a man telling you, the reason I'm not approaching you is because I feel like something is going to go wrong. I mean, golly, you're asking a man to open up and be vulnerable. This is a man being vulnerable. This is a man being vulnerable with you and saying, I would love to approach you. I would love to talk to you. I don't even know if you're in my league. You might be out of my league. I have no idea. But I'm willing to try. I just don't want to get in here. And, you know, we have to start understanding that failure and trouble, consequence are two different things. Well, you know, you win some, you lose some, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Right. I want to miss the shot and have to run back. Dang, rebound. Run back down court and have to get back on defense. And we might even lose the game, right? Because I didn't shoot well enough. I didn't score any points. We're talking about I shoot the shot, I miss, and I get ejected. That's what we're talking about. I shoot the shot, I miss, I get banned from the NBA. This is what we're talking about. So the consequences of me coming and approaching you, the risk is higher. The risk is astronomical. This is what men are trying to get you to understand. I would approach if it was just me losing the game. If it was just me getting back on defense. Heck, if you wanted to, and I'm shooting terribly, bench me. Put me on the bench. I will ride the pine. Fine. Until I understand and observe okay, I need to do this better. Let me go ahead and figure out what I can do to get better, and then get back in the game. I can actually practice that. What I can actually foresee, if I shoot terribly, I'm going to get terrible results, and nobody's going to want me to shoot anymore. I can fix that. What I can't fix and what I can't foresee is being banned for shooting terribly. Is being the commissioner saying, you're a disgrace to this league. Get out of here now. That's the type of behavior, if you can understand the analogy, that's catching men off guard when they say, I didn't know it was going to be all that. As a matter of fact, you can't even come around the NBA. As a matter of fact, you can't even cover sports. Anything that has to do with, you might be able to cover the WNBA or, some kind of college league or something like that, or like the NCAA. But even the NCAA, we don't want you to cover that. We have ties with the NCAA. We have influence with the NCAA, and you're not going to cover that either. The only thing that you're going to be able to do is cover high school basketball. That's the stakes nowadays. Men are saying, why would I even want to go down that road? Why would I even shoot a shot if you're going to try to completely annihilate who I am as a person? You're going to try to completely obliterate me.